Again, take your confidence back. I'm back. Excuse me, I had to burp a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that all being said, yeah, if you didn't watch the last video, watch it. It was really entertaining because I'm a really entertaining person. But I don't need fame and attention for my own self-worth validation. Trust me, I really do analyze everything in my head almost on a daily basis of not only how I'm gonna live, how I'm gonna talk, who I'm gonna meet, but as well how I'm gonna represent myself and what matters to me. And I mean it as I've said 100 million times. And to any kid or any parent out there watching, or whoever you are out there watching, what makes me the happiest is when a kid tells me how much they look up to me as their big brother, their role model, and their mentor. I am not a perfect person, and I've admitted that on countless occasions. Even go on my NJ2TheCity Youth Development Instagram, and I say that. I ain't perfect. I'm thankful from your hero, but I ain't perfect. I'm flawed. You know, I'm very flawed. But with that being said, I am definitely an overall saint, at least spiritually, I guess. If not, both spiritually and down to earth. And I try what I can to honor God, honor these kids, honor their families, and just give back to the community overall. I can care less about race. I know I'm a young black man in America, but I can care less about race than I care more about people and human beings and what we can do to get closer and closer to Jesus on a Jesus Christ salvation daily basis. Yeah, that's me. And also with stuff like that being said, I do want people to understand, like I said, I've been doing YouTube for years, and you can obviously see that depending on depending on when you view this, because you could view this in the next 24 hours, you could view this 2 months from now. Obviously, you can see that some of these videos have barely gotten off the ground with one view. Some of these videos have, hundreds of views. Some have a couple thousand. Some barely have over 10. That's partially my fault because I have not been doing my full job over this last, I can't say decade because I didn't have this channel, for a full decade. I've had it since like 2015. But I can assure anybody and everybody out there personally, for me, I have not done my full job to promote this channel, and I know that's what I got to do better at, because I do understand who I am and what I'm serving my purpose for, let alone why I still have a channel, let alone why I still do YouTube to begin with. But you can obviously tell I'm not doing it for the views, because if I was, I probably would have quit years ago. I'm doing it because, once again, like I say, share my testimony, give this platform of, this is really, dare I even say, this is my background check. For anybody who wonders, where in God's name I got my start. Like I said, I've been on this channel, I guess, 5 years. If my math is accurate, because sometimes I mess up numbers even by 1. I still mess it up sometimes, forgive me. But yeah, that's what this, again, whole thing boils down to in my mind or my imagination. Is stuff like that. I am a very in-depth thinker, and I try what I can to represent, and I really forgot where I was going with the last point, so forgive me if I'm going with some other point right now. Oh yeah, I think about the views part. Yeah, this is my background check. I want all parents, please, for the love of God, watch these videos, and please, for the love of God, get the most constructive opinion about me as you possibly can, because this is my background check. This is why I have still over 500 Vistaprint business cards, aka contact cards, because they both begin with the letter C, that absolutely have this YouTube channel on it, let alone to the kids also that I give them to sometimes, and so on. Because I want kids and parents to understand this is my background check, let alone all the other social medias that I have, but more so this, because I've been on this longer than I've been. Actually, I've not been on this longer than Twitter, but I know I've been on this longer than Instagram. And I want kids and parents to know this is a big part of my background check. And what I mean in terms of that is because I want people to understand that even during my time at Nice, I didn't always represent myself the best. Some talk and conversation that I had with some people at Nice might have made me sound like I was an outlandish, crazy person that was, destined to fail, or, whatever else words you would have put there. But I can assure you that I'm not an outlandish, crazy person, and I hope to God that you will see that within at least, if not all these videos, at least most of them, because I understand even in some of these YouTube videos, I probably painted myself out to be an outlandish, crazy person. But I'm not. I'm an overall, dare I say, church going person, for the most part, and that don't, dare I say, just because you go to church don't mean you ain't crazy to an extent, because there's a lot of people that, like in terms of, you got a lot of people that go into church, or stories, people go to church for 10 years and still are no better people now than where they were 10 years ago. That's the point of what I mean like that. Just because you're a churchgoer don't mean you're a saint, and so on and so on. That's the context and title that I mean to put there, and so on and so on. I'm not here to offend people, but I'm also not here to be PC. One other top, profile pictures, just to put that word in there. But definitely one of the top things I want everybody to understand about my character and personality. I'm not here to have everybody like me, even though I promise to God sometimes the way I think about my likeness, I promise at times I say that, but I don't know how much I believe that, because some people, I'm shocked when they find any reason not to like me, But then I'm thinking to myself, once again, majority of people who know me, like literally a majority of people who know me, absolutely love me. There's literally only 1% of people who ever find reason not to like me. And so on and so on, other than that. But I want people to understand, I'm not here to fully be liked, but I'm also not here to play things PC. Or better yet, I'm here to preach, I'm here to be real, but I'm also, not here to be PC. And that means some things I'm going to be PC with, other things I'm not. And I just, every day I'm trying to find that delicate balance between not being PC and still being factually correct. Because I want to be factually correct with literally a majority, if not everything that comes out of my mouth, but I also want to be PC with some things, And by the way, dare I say, I'm a PC expert, so trust me, I understand. And if not a PC expert, I definitely know a lot of tricks, and a lot of tricks up a lot of people's sleeves when it comes to how they talk when it comes to being PC. You can probably read some of these PC statements that some of these brands and companies, etc., bring out, and you can be like, yeah, you just said that just to soften the blow, or you just said that just to, be PC, knowing this was never your true motive to begin with. You get the point, hopefully. People saying one thing, doing another thing, and trying to be like, yeah, have a nice day, and so on. Or whatever else it is that I mean have phrases that sentence end or, excerpt with. Not everything I say is complete. Not every sentence I say is complete. Not every phrase, not every sentence, not every paragraph that I write is complete. But I definitely try what I got to end things off at a concise point and not have too many run-ons. And if I'm gonna have a run-on, it's gotta be a run-on with juice and substance to it. It's gotta be a run-on that has just so much depth that if I leave this out, you are probably gonna miss the whole point of what I was saying. And so on and so on. I want and continuously will, drive to kind of thrive, or drive to try to thrive in being a always in-depth human being. That's why I love talking to people, because I love being an in-depth human being through Christ, which strengthens me. I care about people way too much. I want people to succeed, and I want people to grow their testimony in Christ's name. And so with that, all that being said, I really need to get into some sports, because it's almost 10 minutes, and I really said that in the first video. Let's see background checks. But there I said to end the background checks topic off, like I say, I was and still am a very popular person around Nice High School, around Valley Ridge Academy, particularly the middle school. And a lot of people love me, like me, believe in me, and so on and so on. I'm very thankful for all the love and and care. I put the character out there and people responded to it accordingly. But again, when it comes to this being a background check, my YouTube for me, let alone social media, is a background check for the most part, because I want people to understand, I'm a personality, so I gotta God first, put myself out there in some type of God first way to represent me and the brand that I'm trying to build, because I want to serve more children at Jesus Christ Salvation at all costs. There's so many of you children out there that I know are lost or lonely and feel like every single day you have nothing to live for, or every single day you are, whatever it is away, from, dangerous things, a dangerous path. And this brand, the growth of this brand, is to keep you on the right path with Jesus Christ. Please understand that. and so on and so on. And yeah, I'm telling you, I do not get everything right. But again, I'm a human, and I think that's a big part of us being human. We're not gonna get everything right, let alone you're not meant to get everything right. Dare I say, depending on what you believe in. But it is a matter of trying to get as much as you can right, as much as you godly can right, and let God take care of the rest. And I'm telling you this thing that I'm preaching to you, and I pray to God that I actually practice on a daily basis, or try to practice on a daily basis. Because sometimes I do believe that I preach so much wisdom, but I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't know how much of what I preach do I actually practice. I think sometimes there's bits and pieces here that I believe I don't practice. If not, don't practice. I just don't probably buy into with my own saying of them, or believe, or whatever you want to call it. And sometimes that haunts me, and I gotta get better at that. But again, into some sports takes, and I'll probably film another video about the background checks if I have to, because I feel like there's just something I'm missing there. But yeah. So, as I was walking my dog like 2-3 hours ago, I was thinking about this upcoming football season and what some of these quarterbacks mean to me. I pray to God Gardner Minshew can lead us to the playoffs this year, and I pray to God that he can grow into being a elite quarterback in the NFL. Because trust me, I do not want him to turn into a guy that can win you some regular season games but can never get it done in the playoffs. And I'm telling you, this is why I look forward to hopefully being on some of these sport analytic shows or sports analysis shows eventually, is because of that reason. I got so many of these takes that obviously I'm broadcasting on YouTube now, but I want to get more on a bigger platform like a ESPN or whatever else, network out there, to tell people exactly what this is, but particularly ESPN, because I want people to understand this. There's quite a few quarterbacks that I'm telling you, when you look at the overall resume, that's all they've ever done. They've just been good regular season quarterbacks. They may have won a couple playoff games, but they never did anything consistently enough. Whether it was in the regular season or the playoffs, they never did anything consistently enough, and that's why they don't have at least one Super Bowl ring. At least one. Now, people make the excuses, it's a team game, and yeah, it is. It very much is. But at the same time, think about it. Some of these guys that I could name and will name, if not now, I'll name in another video, they've had all the talent around them, I think so. Forgive me if I'm wrong, because you might know more than me about the particular guy, let alone the particular team. But they've had all the weapons around them for years, and they just had never been able to get it done. And I promise to God, it's revolting and makes me want to throw up sometimes. Because it's like for example, dare I say, with the last 2 minutes in this video, there's just something about Stafford that makes me think the guy's never going to win a Super Bowl, and I really, really wish that they would have drafted at least somebody in this past draft, or even picked up Cardell Jones, and dare I say that Taylor Cornelius kid with the Tampa Bay Vipers. I wish they had done something. I wish the Lions had added some other quarterback to the mix. I mean, what was adding Chase Daniel gonna do? God bless Chase Daniel. What was adding him gonna do? Stafford don't need no veteran backup. He needs somebody that's gonna challenge for his job. Okay? Matt Ryan needs someone that's gonna challenge for his job. And the Chargers should have never waited until Phillips said, "I'm leaving. I'm not gonna come back." He should have never done. They should have never done that before they drafted another quarterback. But then, God bless, they landed Justin Herbert. So I guess everything worked out. But think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. Lions, when are you ever gonna win a playoff game? Dare I say? And Falcons, dare I say, when are you gonna get back to the Super Bowl? When are you gonna get back? But I can tell you when you're gonna get back. When you draft Justin Fields this upcoming draft. By God's grace, he comes out. That's when you're going to win a Super Bowl. When you draft a guy with that swagoo, that swagoo, and that sauce that you can't put a price tag on. That's when the Falcons go back to the Super Bowl, and that's when the Lions win a playoff game. It's when the Lions draft another quarterback too. I don't know who, but they draft someone. Dad said, what about that Trey Lance dude out of North Dakota State? Draft somebody